Hello, hello, and sorry about the initial try to this. Hopefully, you can hear and see me now. This is Michelle with Revolutionary Resume, and I'm here with your Fast Fact Friday. We do have a special guest later, but first, I want to talk about what is new in the news. So, let's cover some things. United Healthcare is offering employees buyouts if they resign prior to March 3rd, as reported from CNBC, Reuters earlier this week, just a few days ago. So that's one of the things in the news. I'm sure recent press has not been kind to them. Let's see what else is in employment news out there. Forbes came out with a survey saying that 40% of workers are willing to take a pay cut in order to work from home. All these return to office things aren't really going as people planned. People prefer flexibility, whether that be a hybrid, a boss who lets you just stay home when you need to. What does that look like for each place? And when you roll out a return to work and you're not ready, or return to office, I should say, and you're not ready, what happens? It happens like at Amazon where they don't have enough desks. You have to desk share. They don't have enough computers, and productivity is going to plummet. So, not a great look. Be prepared. What else is going on in the news? Apple. Apple announced earlier this week that they are going to hire up to 4,000 more people and spend 500 billion in the US over the next it was 20,000 people in 4 years. You can see from my screenshot that Texas Manufacturing Academy and accelerated investments in AI and silicon engineering, but they are going to have expansions in Michigan, California, Arizona, Nevada, Iowa, Oregon, North Carolina, and Washington. So for a lot of you out there, that is something to look forward to. Kind of keep an eye on Apple. You never know, too. I bet a lot of those jobs are remote. We got our workforce news this week from our trusty assistant, Miss Rosie. She would like to say hi. She's been on my lap this whole time. Rosie, say hi to your public. Yeah. She's my little 14-year-old girl, and she's HR and keeps us compliant here at Revolutionary Resume. So let's talk about some tips. When you are interviewing, you want to make sure to set yourself up for success. One of the things that you can do is practice behavioral interviewing. And I keep harping on this. But not only do you need to present yourself well in the interview, like we talked about last week, dressing in an appropriate manner, whether it's for a video interview in person, kind of dressing for the role you're going for or one up from there. But you also need to make sure to put your best foot forward with what you say once you were there. And start interviewing. Situation, task, action, and response is one of the biggest things you can do for yourself. Write out at least 2, but preferably 3 or 4 different scenarios where you have had a situation happen. What was the task associated with that? An example I gave for customer service is somebody comes up to the service desk with a screaming toddler, and she was overcharged for an item by 50%. You are able to quickly look up the item, verify that it was priced incorrectly on the shelf. You gave her the discount because it was priced incorrectly, and gave her money back in an expeditious manner, and she was on her way. The rest of your line wasn't upset, and she was a very happy customer. Always make sure when you do those, one of the things that tends to happen is you leave off the result. So if you got, a kudos from your boss over that, if the line applauded you, make sure to have the complete results at the end of that. What does that look like? So we talked about how to dress, what to say. Be prepared when you're going for a video interview. Make sure that you're free from distractions, which would include mailmen, if you ask this one, and her brother. Make sure that you have a glass of water there. Make sure you have something to take notes on. Do not, there were recruiters saying that they saw people pause long enough to grab the question, drop it in AI, and read back an AI answer. Please, for the love of all that is good in this world, do not do that. Come up with your own answers. Make them thoughtful. It's okay to take a breath before you respond. Make sure your responses are succinct, but also enough detail. And you always want to speak about what you did. A lot of people do tend to use team efforts when they talk about start interviewing. That interviewer isn't interested what the team did. What did you do? All right, so hopefully that helped give you some hope for the workforce and a little tips. And we'll be back next week. Please hit us up in our DMs and let us know what topics you would like to talk about. Have a great, wonderful, and safe weekend from Rosie and Michelle.